Time now for the women's championships here at the U.S. Open. Martina Navratilova, Monica Seles. What a matchup in styles it will be. Monica has her flowers ready to carry on to the court. Does she look nervous? Hard to tell. She appears nerveless on court, that's for sure. Martina Navratilova. 17-year-old Monica, 34-year-old Martina. And with Connors carrying the older crowd here during this tournament, much of the sentiment certainly will be in favor of Martina Navratilova. Let's see if Seles can block it out. And now let's join our commentators, Pat Summerall, Mary Carrillo, and Tony Trabert.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. And let's first ask Mary Carrillo. I don't think anyone, including yourself, thought Martina would be here today.
I never did, Pat, but she's played remarkably good tennis in the last couple of rounds. Yesterday against Steffi Graf, Martina played nearly flawless tennis for 2.5 sets. I think today she's going to have a few more problems. Her first being that Monica Seles, unlike Steffi Graf, has no weak side. I mean, Martina relentlessly attacked the backhand side of Graf and attacked her from the net. And against Monica Seles, who hits even harder than Graf, I think that'll be a big problem. She's got another problem, too, really. Monica Seles likes targets. Steffi Graf doesn't like being challenged constantly from the net. Seles, her attitude is, I'll go for a winner as quickly as possible. But again, as we just saw from Stefan Edberg, I think what you really have to favor with Martina, this court surface really suits Martina. I mean, she's got the best strategy for this court because she'll continue to attack.
Tony, let's ask you about Monica Seles then. You've seen her play many times.
Well, I have indeed, Pat. She's playing well now. I wasn't sure that she'd get this far because of the off-court problems that she's had. We'll get to that a little bit later. But she has the wonderful ground strokes. And funnily enough, I think that part of her success today will depend on her serve. Her serve is not a weapon. But if she gets a lot of first serves in, she might be able to keep Martina from attacking, getting to the net so quickly. And as Mary said, Seles likes to hit the ground strokes, likes to target for the passing shot. She can go over the ball on either side. This is the 11th tournament this year that Seles has played in. She's been at least the finals of every one. So she's had a great year. She's won 2 Grand Slams, had to skip Wimbledon. And, of course, she'd love to make this Grand Slam number 3, and I think she can do it.
Well, we spoke with Monica Seles, and we asked her what she expects today from Martina Navratilova.
Well, you know, I know Martina's going to try to rush in at every time. I'm going to have to pass very well. I'm going to return very well. I'm going to have to serve very well. I think basically I'm going to have to do everything very well. The last time I played Martina, I lost to her. So, you know, I'm just going to have to go out there and play great tennis.
So the USTA's National Tennis Center to the right side of your picture, and we're coming back with the women's finals. Navratilova and Seles on Super Saturday. The crowd getting settled and set for the women's final at the USTA's National Tennis Center in New York City. Monica Seles against Martina Navratilova. What about Monica?
Well, as a number 2 rank, she automatically becomes number 1 because Graf lost in the semis no matter what happens today, so that'll please her. Her road to the final was like this. You see, she lost a set in the second round, sort of went to sleep for a set, but handled the other 2 fairly comfortably. And then the fabulous match in the semifinals against Jennifer Capriati, where Capriati served for the match twice and couldn't pull it off. So Seles played great at the end of that match, and here she is.
And her opponent, Martina Navratilova, 34 years old.
She's happy that her ranking will bump up from 5 because that's the lowest she's been in many, many years. She's gotten better with every single match, and that's obviously exactly what you want. As you can see, she didn't have too many problems for the first couple of rounds. Dropped that middle set to Manuela Maleva-Franier, the woman who beat her here last year against Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. She also dropped the first set tiebreak, was in trouble in the second, and came through. And against Steffi Graf, as I said, that's the best tennis she's put together, I feel, since last year's Wimbledon.
Monica 17, Navratilova twice as old. That'll never happen again. Mary Lou Tierney, the chair umpire.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Beautiful day.
You know, Pat, excuse me for interrupting. for the umpire to be given the privilege of umpiring a final is very, very special to them, like it is players to be in the final.
Please move to
they
your
work
seats
so
quickly.
hard,
Thank you.
not only here but all over the country. It's the first time that she's been in the chair for a final, so I'll bet you any money if you asked her later. She said, I was a little bit nervous myself.
I would imagine
Please
so.
take your
Head
seat,
to head,
especially at the
Navratilova
end.
leads
Thank
4-3. Last meeting this year in Palm Springs when Martina won 6-2, 7-6.
Players are ready. Thank
And in
you.
that meeting, Pat, prior to that match, Seles found out she also
take
would be
your
number
seats
one there,
quietly.
whether she won or not. Same situation right here.
That's the only time they've played this year. And what Martina was most happy about is that her knees didn't hurt her at all. And in fact, she was proud to say after that match that she scraped her knee on the ground a few times. But after yesterday's semifinal against Graf, her knees were bothering her a little bit. I have a feeling we'll see her trying to flex them out during the course of this match. Yeah, she's doing it right now. And in fact, they just got a little stiff and sore. It was a very, very tough physical match. She had to make a lot of low volleys.
First serve.
She said she talked to her legs and knees and said, what are you doing to me? Don't leave me now.
15 love.
A little more of a breeze than earlier. That's good.
What a shot.
30 love.
The two-handed shot, you're able to use that top hand and flick that racket head through sooner. She had to do that there because the ball is actually behind her.
Seles handily wins the first game of the first set. Women's Championship. Navratilova and Seles. Martina served so well against Steffi Graf in the first two sets particularly.
She created a situation there that she'd like to have more often and made Monica let go and hit it one-handed.
You have to remember that Martina liked playing this side to Graf, but it was a Graf backhand, largely a slice. Now she's going to the very, very large Monica Seles forehand, a much more difficult proposition for Navratilova today.
And very difficult, I think, or it appears to read. That'll take care of it.
40-30.
Monica Seles in 1991, the Grand Slam event.
She won the Australian and French, and they have missing in action at Wimbledon. She pulled out at the last minute, created quite a controversy. There are a lot of people in tennis that still aren't satisfied with her explanation about why she pulled out so late. She said eventually she found with shin splints.
Everyone accepted the physical explanation, the injury explanation, but Monica let it drag on for a month. I mean, she played it for all it was worth, and she didn't articulate just what the problem was. So rumors abounded. Well, it became a real circus.
Yeah, she hid out, wouldn't answer calls from the executive director of the WTA.
Martina said that's too good. WTA, Women's Tennis Association.
The governing body for women's tennis. It's like the ATP, the Association of Tennis Professionals for men.
This is what Seles is up against with Martina Navratilova. Try very hard to attack both Seles' first and second serve today, because it's really the weakest department of her game, although her volley is still underdeveloped at this stage too.
Second serve.
We'll be back at the U.S. Open after this word from your local station.
I can't imagine they'd come to us anytime soon. They're right there.
The women's final, Seles. She leads 2-1 in the first set. Seeded number 2. Look at the difference in the Grand Slam finals, 31-4. Of course, there is a difference in the age also. Good night.
Seles going after her 4th Grand Slam title, singles title. Martina has 18, going for number 19 in the singles department.
Martina playing her 100th match in this tournament.
It's also her 8th U.S. Open final. She's won 4. Here's the passing shot. The top spin brings that ball down just inside the sideline.
Thank you.
Live Super Saturday at the USTA's National Tennis Center. The stadium just about full and not a lot of activity on the outer courts. Most of the people watching what's happening here. Navratilova and Seles. What a glorious day weather-wise. Wide. Here's the weather. The situation: 84 degrees, humidity low, wind 8 to 10 miles an hour, sunny.
15 all. Please remain quiet during play. Thank you.
You're saying there's not a lot of action on the other courts. On the grandstand court, in fact, Martina's friend and part-time coach of the last few years, Billie Jean King, is playing.
Still to come, Courier and Connors in the other men's semifinal to face Stefan Edberg, who looked awfully good.
He sure did. You see Seles go under that ball, trying to add a little spin for Martina. She tries a drop shot, and Monica, one-handed, flips it right down the line, right in the corner. I don't know if Martina had to play on that or not.
A lot of people have asked and wondered what that noise is that Monica makes when she hits the ball. And her explanation is, it's just my way of exhaling.
It's a double grunt, whatever you call it.
First serve. Juice.
Listen.
Quiet, please.
A couple of years ago, everyone was talking about all the noise she made, and she became very sensitive to it and tried to calm it down. But obviously, she's not as sensitive about it anymore.
She sounds like she forgot to hit the cough key. Seles, she leads 3-2, first set. Martina to serve at 2-3 in the first set.
Please take your seat. Thank you.
Yesterday, when Martina woke up, she was very composed and serene. Today, she was a little edgier. Chris Pucci, one of the guys who've been helping Martina serve, among other things, said he's hoping it's a good edgy. That looks pretty good.
Yes, it does. That's her first ace.
Oh, man, that's a Stefan Edberg volley.
It's a great return.
30 love.
Really was a very, very big return. And remember now, yesterday that was going to pretty much a slice Groff backhand. Now it's going to a rifling Seles forehand. So Martina will have to be so alert on her first volley.
She seems awfully calm to me, Martina, which is good. Trying to hold her emotions down a little bit, not get too hyper.
That
Martina.
3-all.
From above, the Fuji USA blimp. Today the pilots are Captain John McCourt and Gary Fabian. Both of whom, by the way, are avid tennis players.
15 love.
First double fault by 15-30.
The Seles family, her brother in the hat, Zoltan, and those are her parents, Esther and Carol. They sweated out a tough one yesterday. Hardest hitting match I've ever seen. Navratilova missing from the net. Looked as though she had her chance. I think she sensed that she had a good chance to break in this game. What with that Seles double fault. Craig Carden, Martina's coach in the white hat. Renee Richards, former coach, still a good friend of Martina Navratilova's. Aya Zanova sitting next to her. Another Czech, former figure skating champion. Even when Navratilova misses on these shots, I think she's sending a very direct message to Seles, and that is, I'm going to attack you.
That doesn't surprise her, though.
3-3 in this set. Here comes the attack. Game to Seles. She leads 4-3 in the first.
4-3.
This tell you something about the differences in philosophy.
This is how we become so astute. You say Seles isn't going to go into the net very much against Martina. She's been there 36 times in the entire U.S. Open. Martina almost 600 times. So obviously one likes to get in, put the pressure on.
Please take a seat. Thank you.
That's today.
Watch this and down the line. Good preparation. Not a big backswing. Good disguise.
15-all.
Mentioned earlier, Pat, hard to tell where she's going to hit that ball, that two-handed shot. Lightning can strike quickly when you play someone like Seles because she hits it so hard. You got to be careful. Just like that, 2 break points.
It does come back in a hurry.
40. Quiet, please.
Navratilova save off the backhand volley. She does this better than anyone in the women's field. She has an underspin on it and keeps good control of the ball. What an athlete.
Still break point. Not anymore.
Advantage Seles.
Seles takes that return on the second early. See, she's well inside the baseline. Gets it high on the bounce. Gives her a better angle and hitting down into her opponent's court.
Answered by that ace. The second one by Navratilova. Deuce.
100 mile an hour.
It's not often that Navratilova gets it up that high. That's at a big moment. Another big one. Well placed.
Advantage Navratilova.
Well, those are 3 good serves.
That's a big hole.
4-all first set.
It's also mixing it up well. She went wide down the center and right into the body. That keeps them a little confused.
Seles, you can see she's inside the court off of this backhand chip of Martina's. She had plenty of time to hit it. You have to come in against something better than that.
Another show of athletic ability. Watch this, she jumps, both feet off the ground and pops that backhand volley cross court, angled for a winner. Pretty good precision there.
You have to be struck by the sureness of Seles' work. I mean, she just keeps going for shots. You can see Monica's serve not nearly as potent as Navratilova's. But Martina still has had a hard time breaking her so far. She knows that she doesn't have that many opportunities, so she has to go for it. For it there and missed it big.
It was also a good second serve by Seles because it was deep. Monica's concern on her own serve is to keep out of trouble, not to win points outright on her first serve, but try to keep Martina from getting in.
Seles leads 5-4 in the first set of this championship.
Love 15.
Connors and Courier yet to come. Another semi coming up.
Super Saturday.
Stefan Edberg already in the final, played great.
Love 30.
Seles saying the serve was out.
Two fine Navratilova serves in a row. She's still in trouble. She's still feeling the pressure because Seles is going all out on these returns.
She'll jump on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see where this one lands, too, because this is when the second serve might land a little bit short. It was indeed short. And now it's set point for Monica Seles. Where I think Seles has to take the wide serve away from Martina. Just stand straddling that single sideline, so you're not going to beat me wide. You're going to have to come up the center.
That'll pump him up.
Here's the wide serve. You see where Seles falls out of position. Barely gets to this one, can't do anything with it. Now she's out of the point completely. That's why you have to stand wider so you can come back into the court when you're making that return, so you can get back into position. Martina was not pleased that Seles stepped away from the returning position when she was about to serve.
Round to our colleague, Andrea Joyce.
All right, Pat, I'm with Zoltan Seles, Monica's brother. Your sister had quite a slugging match yesterday with Jennifer Capriati. How difficult is it to adjust now to a completely different game, the serve and volley game of Martina?
I think that was one of my father's concern, and I think we had also another hitting partner who was a left-handed partner, just putting some off-base shots just to try to adjust as much as she could. And obviously, I mean, Martina is a very tough player to play.
What did you do today in practice?
I think just trying to adjust to change of pace and trying to adjust to the left-handed rotation type of shots.
People watching at home, when Monica's serving, they often see on the close-ups, they see her talking to herself. Do you know what she's saying?
I think she's just encouraging herself, just to keep on.
Okay, thanks very much. Let's go back upstairs.
30 love.
Games are 5-all. Seles serving 30 love.
Martina fell in the same trap there in the ad court, a left-hander. Seles standing wider than normal to serve. Breaks it wide, and she was caught stretched out going towards the bleachers.
40 love.
to Seles. She leads 6-5 in the first of the championship. Navratilova to serve. She was seeded 6th. Seles seeded 2nd. That's into the power alley there.
Boy, Martina got halfway to the service line. That was already gone. Just missed it.
She doesn't think so.
She thinks she's made a good shot here.
Again, Navratilova continues to move the serve all around the box. She doesn't want Seles to get grooved.
That was only 87 miles an hour. We know that she can hit it 100 or more, but she's placing it awfully well.
She held off set point against her serve last time up at 4-5. Doesn't want to have to do that again. That is called an ace. There's something circling this stadium court that
It's called a blimp.
there. Oh no, it's a Skyrider.
Six all and tiebreak.
In the tiebreak, the first player to reach 7 points with at least a 2-point advantage is the winner. Will win this first set.
Martina's tiebreak record 8-2 in 1991. Monica's 2-3.
Martina doesn't get this very wide, just enough to open up her court a little bit. That's the danger of swinging it wide. If you don't get it wide enough, your court opens up. Relentless ground strokes by Monica Seles. Again, Martina was pulled out of position, but she made a good shot down the line.
That forehand's just not nearly as clean as it was yesterday. That one did seem to pop a bit long.
4-1 Seles.
Yesterday, Steffi Graf went after the Navratilova forehand, but Martina was right there for it, striking it so well, flattening it out. She's missed some today.
Mary Lou Tierney in the chair confirmed that ball was long. tough moment now to be arguing about a call down 1-4 in a tie break and looking at a second serve. You got to really concentrate. Six points have been played, so they change ends.
5-1 in the tie break. The stadium and the women's finals at the USTA National Tennis Center in New York City. That's the situation in the first set. Seles leads in the first set tie break 5-1.
Five set points.
Navratilova serving. Seles has won the first set.
And she's putting constant pressure on Navratilova's serve. When Martina's getting her first serve in, she's winning 80% of the points. But it drops down to under 40 when she misses it. It's a gamble she's been losing. Seles has missed very few opportunities to attack.
Good defensive lob that time by Seles. Right down the center of the court and very deep. Mary, the thing is with Martina, what's her option? If she doesn't serve well, she's certainly not going to beat Seles from the baseline. So she just has to hope that she gets a higher percentage of those first serves in.
And she's got to be ready for a very tough first volley. And she's just got to expect it.
She's down love 43 break points. Just so what she doesn't want to do is lose an early serve in the second set.
She lost the first set. Well out. Martina loses the first game. Second set. Seles serving. 1-love in the second. She's won the first set. Love 15.
To this point, Martina's hit 16 winners. Seles has hit 17. But listen to this one. The unforced errors. Navratilova 21, Seles 4. There's the difference. Now Martina has 3 break points. 40. Martina putting the pressure on, coming off the forehand. Good low backhand volley. The rest was easy, the simple smash.
fans here very much behind Navratilova today. If she can break Seles for the first time, they'll be very pleased.
Martina's shot called long. She has to go for good depth on her shots, otherwise she's a sitting duck. She's going to get past. Still a break point.
That's just remarkably good. I mean, that's been the whole match. Navratilova trying so hard to create things. Seles having to react, and so far the reactions have been better than the creations. And that's what a way to erase a love 40 deficit. And again, Navratilova didn't get a good hold of that forehand.
Not hitting the forehand nearly as cleanly as she did against Steffi Graf yesterday.
Advantage, Monica.
And that's it, wiped it away. Boy, just like Ivan Lendl, when he had a chance in that third final set for a 2-love lead, he couldn't get it.
Tomorrow, week 2 of the NFL on CBS features regional action. Most of you will see the Los Angeles Rams meet the Super Bowl champions, the New York Giants. It all begins with the NFL today. The last word before kickoff with Terry and Greg, Pat, and Leslie.
15 love.
And then after that, after those regional games, the men's final of the U.S. Open here at the USTA's National Tennis Center in New York.
We know Edberg will be in it.
That happened earlier today when he went through Ivan Lendl in straight sets. Played a very strong match.
I spoke with Chris Evert this morning, who's just weeks away from having her child. She sounded terrific. She's in very good health, and she said yesterday's 2 women's matches she saw were 2 of the best quality women's matches she'd ever seen. She couldn't believe the power of the pace. She tried in vain to talk with Martina. She did get a hold of Jimmy Connors last night.
Here's the point of the match. Martina with a half volley. Watch how quick this gets. Oh, that was a wonderful point.
(2-1) the second set. Seles serving. First point of game 4, second set.
Not only are Seles' passing shot hit with pace, but they go down, they dip. Steffi's yesterday were up. They stayed up even when she topped the backhand. It was too high, and Martina could get to them and handle them.
Just to finish what Chris Evert was saying, last night Jimmy Connors said to her, not many people get a second chance. And he's sure giving himself one. He plays Courier next.
40 love.
40 love.
Martina is only 2 matches shy of Chris Everett's record of 1,309 singles victories. And she's just 1 title away from another record of Chris Everett's, 157 singles titles. And 18 Grand Slam singles titles they both share. But Martina's going to have to play that well
40-15.
to break that Grand Slam record. I mean, that she's going to have to start hitting shots that Seles can't react to. And of course, the more you start going for your shots, the higher risk, the more errors you tend to make. That's just way too good.
That ball landed right on the baseline.
Yeah, but it popped up nice and high.
Right.
And Seles can, with her 2 hands, she can handle that at the high one, even though she is well beyond the baseline.
And it also landed very short in Martina's court. That's one of the keys. Getting it down. Navratilova forehand giving her problems. 3 winners and 11 unforced errors.
That also is good. I don't know where Monica Seles is going after this is over, but she's going to be the first one there.
That's right. This is where Martina's got to slow things down a little, take a little walk, get a towel, because Seles likes to play fast and she's getting on a roll.
That won't help.
Seles was hoping that ball would be called long, but I think in her heart she knows it was good. To break points. All the good players are not satisfied with 1 break. Try to get 2 of them. Get yourself a cushion.
Wow. 4-1, second set. Seles serving 4-1. Second set. She won the first set in a tiebreak.
Monica's brother Zoltan, who's very much manages her affairs and coaches her, asked for some tapes of yesterday's match between Groff and Navratilova, and very obviously they've studied it. I mean, she's playing a remarkably clean match. Look at that. 25 winners she has now, and only 5 unforced errors. And again, Navratilova, that wasn't a bad approach she made, but the reaction was even better. Martina, of course, we mentioned that Seles has had her off-court problems this year. Surely this woman has too. In fact, on Tuesday of next week, she's got to go to Dallas. That's 5-1 now. This thing's almost over.
Still to come after this one is over, and it's not over yet.
As I said, Martina Navratilova's got to defend herself against a lawsuit from her former companion, Judy Nelson. He claims that Navratilova violated the terms of a non-marital cohabitation agreement. Divide the couple's homes, their cars, jewelry, money from the time they were together, even their pets.
Martina tries now, the less well she plays, just pressing a little because she's been passed so many times.
Serving at 1-5. Boy.
First serve.
The winner here of the U.S. Open singles title, $400,000. Another rifle shot. Championship point. Monica Seles. Monica headed over. Her father, mother, brother, coach. Amazing.
That really was an exquisite match from Monica Seles. After a while, there really wasn't much Navratilova could do. She tried to stick to her guns, but she got outplayed in every single department. Seles winning 16 of the last 19 points of that match.
That's awesome. Here's the last point, Mary.
I just, again, kept swinging away. It was a pretty good serve from Navratilova, but it didn't matter. Nothing mattered. She has now gone the entire year without losing a Grand Slam match.
Everyone she's entered?
Yep, she won the Australian in January, won the French in May, and now she took her third.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice hand for these two wonderful champions? It's now my pleasure to introduce Mr. George Vitiades, who is the Senior Vice President and General Manager of Clairol, who will make the presentation to the runner-up, Martina Navratilova. George?
Thank you, Tony. Monica, Martina, all of us at Clairol, thank you for a terrific match and a sensational tournament. Martina, Clairol is pleased to present you with this check for $200,000.
Martina, congratulations on a wonderful tournament. I know it's disappointing for you not to win, but you ran into someone that played awfully well today.
Well, I think Monica saved her best for last, and I think I left my best yesterday against Steffi, but she hits the ball so hard that if you're not really picking it up, you know, I missed some what looked like easy volleys, but she hits the ball so hard that when you get an easy one, it's a surprise that you end up missing it. But she played awfully well. She just hit some great shots. You know, had some chances in the first set, but she deserved to win.
Your forehand was not quite as steady as it was yesterday, not quite as solid. I think you made a few more unforced errors today on the forehand side.
Yeah, I didn't play so well from the baseline, but then again, Monica put so much pressure on you, there isn't that much to pick on because she hits the ball hard from both sides.
Your performance, Marta, you have to be pleased with this year's tournament. You weren't expected to get this far, seeded number 6. You did a terrific job.
Well, thank you.
That's sort of a nice sound, isn't it?
Well, you guys didn't expect me to get this far, but of course I did. But no, not really. I played a lot of tough matches, and I had to beat some great players. So the match against Steffi yesterday was one of the greatest matches I've ever been a part of, and I'm proud of that. And I'm just tremendously proud to be in this final. Congratulations to Monica. I want to thank Craig Carden, my coach, and all the people that have been helping me all along the way. And you guys have been unbelievable.
We're going to see you next year?
And before I answer that, I want to say what a great country this is to live in. I'm so proud to be an American. Thank you.
A great champion, a wonderful person, Martina Navratilova. Now, George, I think you have another nice check for our champion this year, Monica Seles.
After 17 years of Clairol sponsoring the women's singles title, it still brings us great pleasure to present this check in the amount of $400,000 to Monica Seles, the 1991 U.S. Open champion.
You want me to hold that for you? Monica, first of all, congratulations. This is the third Grand Slam that you've gotten this year. You're going to get that in just a minute, don't worry. So you won the Australian and won the French. You couldn't play Wimbledon due to injury, and now you've won the U.S. Open. How does that feel?
It feels incredible. I still can't believe it. I mean, I came here the last 2 years. I never had a good tournament, and this year I said, I'm just going to play the best that I can, and that's what I've done. And I just love it. It's, now from on, I'll love this tournament so much that I can't wait till next year.
I'm sure you weren't surprised that Martina attacked as much as she could. You hit the ground strokes, the passing shots awfully well.
Oh yeah, Martina was serving very, well, and I always had to keep passing her, and I knew that I had to pass her perfectly to win the point. So that's what I try to do, and today I was luckier. I hit some shots which were very important at an important time, and it happened to be like that. You never know in tennis.
And actually, I thought you served awfully well. You got a high percentage of first serves in, which perhaps kept Martina from attacking as much as she wanted to.
Well, yeah, I definitely think I served better than yesterday, and I knew that against Martina, I'm not going to be able to serve too many second serves because, she'll be all over, and that's what I try to do.
Okay, Monica, congratulations. You want to say something else?
I just want to thank some people, but later on, after the presentation, whenever.
Okay, thank you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Robert Cookson, the president of the United States Tennis Association and the chairman of the U.S. Open, to present the champions.
Thank you, Tony, very much. Firstly, I'd like to thank Martina for a great U.S. Open. We're delighted that you were here. And I would say that if Jimmy is any gauge, we'll see you for the next 6 years at least. On behalf of the United States Tennis Association and its 435,000 members, I'm delighted to present this trophy to Monica Seles, the 1991 Women's Single Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 1991 Women's U.S. Open champion, Monica Seles.